like him or hate him, but Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ambaye ndiye rais wa Jamhuri ya Uganda, our good neighbors, has handed over power to the Prime Minister, to the chagrin of many Ugandans. Ugandans are not happy kwamba Kaguta Museveni, who has been the president of Uganda since 1986, has decided to hand over power to Madam Baja as the acting president. This is after Museveni has been diagnosed with what I would call mild COVID. Reliable sources from Uganda has confirmed that the man is suffering from COVID and is in isolation. And COVID, when you mention COVID, it is something, it's a disease that scares many people. Remember one thing that unapomwangalia Museveni, mpaka sasa bado huwa anavaa barakoa. He still wears the mask. Even when the COVID was declared a disease that has already been defeated by World Health Organization. Na kusema ukweli, unapoangalia kuna mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakionyesha ya kwamba bado COVID iko, because ask many people, they will tell you they have been having signs that resembles COVID. I've talked to a number of doctors who have told me that kuna uwezekano mkubwa sana ikawa COVID ipo na kile ambacho kinawasaidia watu ni kwa sababu walikuwa wamepewa chanjo. So that vaccination has really helped many people. But since 1986, I understand Museveni has never been on a sick leave. He has never. And many people are shocked as to why he decided to hand over power. When you look at this situation, we know that Baja is Madam Baja is said to be a very hardworking lady, loved also by many people. And Museveni's elder son is said to have called a family meeting. And this one, I think, is the one that is scaring many people. But the information that we are getting from Uganda is different from what we are having here in Kenya, because Kenyans are saying that he's in very, very critical condition in ICU and he might return to the Maker. And I've realized it is not true. And he is in a situation that is said to be stable and manageable. But that act of handing over power is the one that has annoyed many Ugandans. Indeed, maelfu ya watu wamejitokeza mitaani wakipiga busu picha za Museveni. Indeed, they are kissing them. The photos of Museveni, wakimwita baba, and they are showing a lot of love to the president of Uganda. President Yoweri Museveni is very popular in Uganda. He's loved by so many people, and many people are very, very happy with him because he's the only person who was able to stabilize Uganda. And Uganda was dogged with so many conflicts, so many coup d'etat. Lakini sasa wakati ambapo alikuja akaja na akaleta hali ambayo tunaweza kusema ni hali shwari, and Uganda is one of the most stable neighbors that we can talk proudly about in East Africa. And what we can say is that one thing about Museveni is a very, very bold leader. Is a very witty politician. Is a very confident president. Is a very hardworking guy. Always on workout. Very early in the morning. Tamuona akifanya mazoezi hapa na pale. Kunyosha viungo vyake mwili kuhakikisha kwamba the man is strong. The man is stable. And when you look at the man with the military background, with the military training, you realize that is one person ambaye anamuelewa sana mzungu. And when he signed the anti-LGBTQ into law, it is something that scared the Western nations. And some of them started saying that they are going to blacklist Uganda. They are going to have embargoes. They are going to ensure that Uganda does not receive aid. But Museveni, he told them bluff. He doesn't care. Akawambia kwamba yeye huo ni msimamo wake. Na one thing that he said, and I liked this, alisema kwamba wale the gays wafugiwe katika chumba kifugwe mpaka wakati ambapo watapata mtoto wakiwa pale wafunguliwe. Museveni very humorous, very witty, lakini kusema ukweli hili jambo la mashoga la maseja, ushoga ni jambo ambalo halifai hata kuzungumziwa katika taifa la lolote la Kiafrika, because we don't we don't subscribe to this kind of issues. So kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza tukasema ni kwamba whereas Museveni is a stabilizing factor as far as East African community is concerned, kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwanza aliye na uzoefu mkubwa sana pale, na unapoangalia uhusiano wake na majirani ni uhusiano mzuri sana. Ni mtu ambaye anaangalia sana maslahi ya taifa lake. Ni mtu ambaye hata anaheshimika sana among the African presidents because of his age, because of his experience, because he has seen it all. There was a time he was living in Kenya. I understand he has properties in Kenya, and some of his children understand were educated in Kenya. And he's a very, very interesting character. And one thing I like about it, about Museveni, is very open. A true African man who does not mince any word. He tell it as it is. Bila kujali. Na jambo moja ambalo pia nimekuja kuudua ni kwamba Museveni hufuatilia kwa karibu sana siasa za Kenya. All what happens in Kenya, if you ask Museveni, he's going to tell you. He is even known to read national newspaper almost on daily basis, understand? And even the Standard newspaper. Na unapoangalia utaona kwamba anafuatilia tena hata vipindi ambavyo vinatokea katika runinga, hususan KTN, and he opined to this during William Samoei Ruto's inauguration. And one thing I know is that when Brookside was denied the right to import powdered milk from Uganda, I understand he was not very happy. And I think here ukiangalia utaona kwamba William Samoei Ruto alikuwa akifikiria kwamba yule mtu ambaye atamtesa, yule mtu ambaye atamuumiza kwa kujaribu kuzuia kuleta yale maziwa ya uga ni Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Little did he know that this market, it doesn't have to depend on one. It doesn't have to deal with one person. It is usually a chain that involves many countries, many people, and whether directly or indirectly. So I think this is something that they did not like it. And unapoangalia utaona kwamba when you look at the way he deals with his opponent, some Ugandans don't like it. The way he deals with Kiza Besigye na yule jamaa mwingine sijui anaitwa nani, yule mwibaji hodari ambaye pia anasemekana kwamba he's not a very straight guy because of many reasons, and he has reasons to deal with him the way he does. We may not understand it in Kenya, but give it to him. Museveni has managed to stabilize Uganda. Give it to him. Uganda has never borrowed, has never begged for food. Hatujai kuona oba kule Uganda. Uganda is known kwa matoke, bananas, and a lot of cassavas and traditional foods. And Museveni is known to like traditional food, and understand anapenda hivyo because he values so much about his health. Na jambo moja ambalo tunaweza tukasema kwamba Kenya should borrow heavily from Uganda. How has Uganda managed to have food stability? Because it has been able to sustain her people. Unlike Kenya, that has been on a begging mission, that has been moving from one ambassador to the other, from one office to the other, begging from the international community. Uganda, you never see Ugandans doing this. Ugandans are known to be farmers. They are very, very hardworking. A number of my friends who are in Uganda can attest to this, that there's a very major difference between Kenyans and Ugandans. And one thing you also like about Ugandan is the way they are able to communicate freely in English, which is a good thing. And na vile vile Kiganda, tunaona wakitumia Kiganda kule, ni jambo nzuri sana. Na one thing I also like about the relationship between Mwai Kibaki and Museveni, ni vile ambavyo Museveni was able to allow Kenyans to go and study in Kampala International University. Indeed, some Kenyans were calling Kampala International University as Kenyans in Kampala, Kenyans in Uganda, something like that. I have so many friends who studied in Kampala International University, and they talk of good things, good friendship. And when you look at Uganda women, truth be told, they are very humble. Truth be told, they are very obedient, and they know wanajua kutunza ndoa zao. Sio kama wengi wa Afrika ambao wamekuwa zugu weusi, lakini hawajui kuangalia hata mambo ya unyumba. So we can only wish Museveni all the best. May he recover as soon as possible. We wish him quick recovery as our neighbor, as our friend, and as a person who we always look upon in case of any problem, because Museveni will always be there in case of any problem, because he's very, very much interested in the stability of East African community. I don't know what you think about Museveni. Maybe our friends in Uganda, you can tell us if anything about any development in Uganda. You can still inform us, and we'll be very, very happy. Stay put, and I remain yours truly, Gachie Skyman the Talisman Black Africa. I request you one thing. Please like this video. Adios.